So let me ask y'all this. Please don't mind the voice. I've done talked out for once. But let me ask you this. Somebody make a threat on your life, your home. Basically, how would you go about it? Would you try to defend it and act like those people in your rap music that people listen to? Or let it go? Well, story time. I can't let mine go. I was accused of being a terrorist and a goddamn Taliban. I had a cop at my door asking me 3 times if I had a bomb in my house. And let me tell you, nowhere in 100-mile radius in Michigan State, where I'm at, in Ottawa County, Coopersville, Grand Rapids, Holland, all the propaganda we get about fair housing rights and HUD and complaints and discrimination is all bullshit. And my landlord, because he thinks he's an ex-cop, private investigator, worked for Homeland Security. You would think somebody that worked for Homeland Security, false accusations of terrorism would end you up in jail. But because he knows the courts and the judges and whatnot, instead, Michigan State Housing Authority decides to grant him $16 million to renovate for being a racist and texting his police friend, okay, that he was afraid of a terrorist act because he thinks I'm a Taliban. My husband's Hispanic, guys. And on top of everything else, fair housing goes, talk to Legal Aid. Legal Aid says, talk to fair housing. Fair housing goes, hey, try HUD. HUD goes, try fair housing. First of all, the free shit is only for people that want to settle. I don't want to settle. This guy, this landlord who has tormented me all year, okay, in my home to the point where I'm about to not have a home next week. And you're telling me in over 100-mile radius, there is no landlord-tenant any help. Period. Don't move here, people. Thank you, Michigan State Housing. I hope you get this. I hope News 12, you get this and you come down here so that I could show you the mounds of proof of accusations and allegations that he's trying to put this community, this family, into the street because he's a racist and using his leverage of government authority to get away with it. You want to talk about real criminals? Here it is. And because I'm from New York, he wants me to act ratchet. But I'm actually book smart. If the law can't fix it, God will. Good luck, Mr. Palfresne. Also, a side note to my little docu-series here. I hope y'all subscribing and whatnot. This is true story. Swear to God, not fake. Why? I'm pro-saying my case right now because, like I said, unless you're settling, they don't give you any help. And all this propaganda about, hey, you got all these rights, talk to us, is all lies. And I'll talk about it throughout this whole process. But in the meantime, I can't even see a judge or submit a document because guess what? My font size is not the right for court. Or he knows people, so they keep giving me the runaround. I just want to see a judge, a real judge that doesn't know him. Where are the rights in the justice system? Come on, let me see. Prove me wrong. You see, I thought Donald Trump was supposed to protect American citizens. Here I am, an American citizen, accused of terrorism. You know, accusations of terrorism can cause you to get deported even if you are a citizen, especially of Afghan descent, with Trump in office targeting Afghans. So yeah, you accuse me of such bullshit, being a terrorist. I take it as you just threatened my life. You threatened my life. You threatened my parents' life. You threatened my kids' life. I will spend the rest of my lifetime making everybody aware of this place and this management. KMG Properties. Setters Point, Coopersville.
I'm withholding my anger, though I'd like to be the stranger of this punk-ass little pussy's puny neck. It's my right to insist that he acknowledge my existence, but he just displays complete lack of respect. That's what he says to himself as he uses magazines to trash me, as he sits with both his feet up at his desk, smokes a bag of his weed and starts imagining things that he just can't see, that he's manically depressed. And in his jealousy and envy, it just whirls him in a frenzy as he turns on MTV and sees my face. He don't exist in this world, so he just twists and he twirls, spirals and spins till he hurls himself into rage. And it's destroying him slowly, cause he does not even know me, even though he sees me everywhere he goes. So he just tortures himself, he has no fortune and wealth, so he extorts someone else to get his dough. And now he's acting like a bully, so he tries to push and pull me, but he knows that he can't fool me, so...
Yo, I can't even sit in my porch and have a good time because motherfucking Popo want to park right in front of me because they want to be an asshole. I know you can't see. Let me see if I can zoom in. You got to turn the porch light off. Well, damn, you're lucky I can't see shit with my fucking piece of shit Android.
I will walk up on them.
I come here. He's out of the car.
Not these.
There we go. I'm not going inside. I ain't scared of no Popo.
You, but your daughter.
No, I'm good. I'm good. I experienced
My daughter's
worse. Trust me, I experienced way worse.
What's he doing?
What's he doing?
Looks like there's-
man,
he's
I
in
can't
his
even-
He's in his trunk doing something.
I'm trying to zoom in. Look, right
I
there.
told you earlier, I said...
Yeah, yep. I mean, and
All
I'll
right.
wait until you're ready.
You say you don't do this is fair housing, okay? Fair housing. You said you don't do landlord tenant, correct?
Exactly. We are not funded to do landlord-tenant. What we investigate is claims of illegal housing discrimination under federal, state, or local.
He called me a terrorist. He called me a Taliban. He reported it to the police. That's not discrimination?
Right. Well,
It could be.
No, it could be. He's making verbal threats, making it uncomfortable for my children, okay? Made a sexual pass at me in front of my daughter who's willing to take a lie detector test. But you guys can't help me you don't even need to do nothing. I just need to give it to the judge so that I can see it.
Administratively, that's what we could help you do, and you've already filed it with the MDCR.
MDCR is only an investigation.
But that's all we can help you with, too. We can help you we don't have any investigative power. We don't have any subpoena power. What we can do is help you file with an administrative body. That's what we can do.
So you can't help file with court paperwork?
No, we don't have attorneys
Okay.
on staff.
yeah. Nope.
I wasn't, you don't need an attorney on staff. I just needed to know how to submit it to the courts.
Yeah. Well, and like I mentioned yesterday, we're not attorneys. We don't have any attorneys on staff to talk about fair housing, specific to like the Fair Housing Act and the anti-discrimination laws.
So what exactly do you guys advocate then? Because I'm being harassed out of my home. I don't have another place to go. He's making accusations that are untrue, and you guys are telling me you can't do nothing but help me write up the paperwork I already wrote up.
I mean, we're not saying that we can't do nothing. I mean,
I haven't heard any other options.
No, and I want to be able to continue the conversation to say like what we are able to do, and based on the information that we have available, what we have the ability to do, and where our limits are.
Okay, I'm listening.
Okay. Yeah, and I'm looking at all of this. Like I said, there's a lot of like repeated information about your experiences, and I imagine this is information that you had sent to the Michigan Department of Civil Rights as well?
Yes.
Okay. And did they ask for follow-up information as far as like, supporting documentation?
I have been, yes.
Okay. Okay, so what I want to be able to do right now is just describe the difference between like the court system as it applies to like filing a complaint with the court versus MDCR.
I know the difference.
Okay. I mean, because they do have the ability to help someone settle a complaint if that's
I'm not trying to settle, is what I'm trying to say. This man has caused a lot of damage to my reputation, to my career. My husband lost his job. My kids couldn't have people over because they're harassing and making all these uncomfortable situations. They've been locked in their house. I don't have another place to go. He put it on my credit report, which is untrue when I have all my evidence. I just wanted to know how to submit it. I just want to see a judge. I don't understand this.
Okay. I mean, and that's something we don't have a list of or like a directory of attorneys to submit it, and we're not familiar.
Have you called the Bar Association to get an attorney?
Do I look like I got $20,000 in my back pocket? Legal aid is a joke. It's supposed to be helping low-income people. They said the same thing. They don't do landlord-tenant disputes. This is a joke. This is a joke. They spend more money on propaganda about your rights than they do actually helping you with your rights. That's what I'm hearing. That's what I thought. I guess we're done. My irritation level is at an all-time high. Let me tell you, I'm at the Legal Aid Office of Western Michigan, okay, to help me draft my complaint and summons against the landlord. But guess what? They had the nerve to tell me they don't take my kind of case, right? Or better yet, this is not a case that, they typically handle. And they keep sending me back to Fair Housing. Fair Housing keeps sending me back to Legal Aid. Legal Aid will send me to the Lawyer Referral Center. And the Lawyer Referral Center will then proceed to give me other attorneys' referrals where they're not either working in that office or they don't work in the field anymore. This is funny. Everybody pointing finger with each other. So it's all propaganda, all this help that they claim that you citizens have. Bullshit. Yeah, I was going to wait till I calm down to have this conversation, but I have to fucking say something right now. Yeah, let me tell you how the civil investigator called me on the three-way to have this conference with management here at my housing situation, right? Yo, tell me how they've been harassing me all year. Everybody here know this shit. And they acting brand new, like they never said anything. Let me put it this way. They had the nerve to be like, we were never going to throw them out. Meanwhile, I got mounds of paperwork in writing. The civil investigator, let me tell you all, you guys, all those MDCR people that have housing issues in Michigan, they're not investigating shit. Let me tell you, they won't even let you finish talking. I did record the conversation. I'll be uploading it soon. Stay tuned. So I didn't want to do this, so I guess I might as well start now, right? Well, I live in Setters Point, Coopersville, Michigan, and I'm being harassed out of my home. Okay? Not just by my landlord or my neighbors, but the Coopersville police station as well. Because, my landlord apparently used to be an ex-cop. Mind you, I've had the police call on me about 10 times. One of them being that I looked too aggressive or I sounded too mean, I guess. I don't know. I didn't even know. It took me 3 police stations to try to file a harassment for my landlord stalking us and taking pictures of my vehicles. 3. They told me I'm from New York. The discrimination should roll off the, back of my shoulders. And because I'm not black, they're not taking me serious. So I'm suing them. Part 2 coming up. So now I'm headed to the self-help, mind you, self-help, meaning nobody to help you, and hope for some other results. Let's see where this goes next. Yeah, noise complaint my ass. Peace the fuck out. I'm not having a party, dick. And just to add to my little rant of facts, my experience and what I'm going through you can't use that as defamation because I haven't specified anything yet. I haven't said and called out shit yet. I will, but not yet. I do have a storyline more than just lip singing, guys. I promise. I just gotta wait for court first. But I love how they put clauses in leases, and that's really where they get you too, the clauses. So make sure you read your leases very thoroughly, people. Document everything. Don't get anything unless it's in writing. In writing, no matter what, because at the end of the day, that's what matters in court. In writing. You know, what's even funnier is that if I really wanted to be rich, why become a doctor? Why become a lawyer? Become a landlord. Get away with murder. Own property. They get away with murder. There's no tenant rights. If you sign that lease and something says on that lease. So basically, you could put whatever the fuck you want on that lease. It could be 200 pages long. You're nobody really going to read 200 pages now. So they could put whatever they want. And they make it long so that you don't read it. And then when you find yourself in a situation such as mine, you'll find out that everything's word on word play. They will write that lease up so that they can take zero accountability, and any bullshit that comes up is held on the tenant. Poor tenants. You know, when you move into a home and you sign a lease, you know, you're paying rent. I understand that you're paying rent and it's not your place unless you buy, and even then the bank owns it until you pay it off. But like, if I'm going to pay you to rent your space, and as long as I'm not destroying it, what gives any landlord the right to tell you what kind of curtains you can have in your home, what you can hang up, what you can have on your porch, what you can smell like? Yeah. Apparently you can't create odors. So what if I eat fish every day? I can't, I have to be threatened that I'm going to get kicked out because I cook fish. Or if I was Indian, maybe I'll be cooking some curry. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? Like, that shit don't make no sense to me. And then being harassed every day to tell you how to live inside your home. What you could have in your home, eyeballing you every second, driving around in golf carts looking for reasons to write up some violation or some penalty that you got to pay for. That's really their responsibility. Threatening you if an inspection is coming, and if the inspection fails, you're held liable. I mean, it's really absurd that landlords get away with such things. I mean, tell me, you signing a lease, what happened to peace and habitability? I can't say the fucking word, but you know what I mean. And every day looking for a reason to annoy you. That's called harassment. Harassment is a crime, guys. But they tell you here that it's not. It is really funny. And then it's like they're trying to make themselves look like a community where they encourage children and families. And it's not. It's not. It's all per se so they can collect housing grant money and abuse that privilege. That's really sad. I mean, trying to prove that is going to be a long shot. But what do I got to lose? Either way, I got a war, and I'm already looking at it like I lost. But to sit there and do that to people, I mean, if you really did the research and math on a certain place that I know, you know, they'll see that this management in particular has a history of robbing people. And if they did the math and looked at the statistics of the people who have moved in and how long they stayed and how quickly they moved out. Like, I've never seen so many people move out and so many people that have lived here and have complained about this particular place. Somebody make it make sense, because apparently landlords have all the rights and tenants have no rights. Tell me. Talk to me. Public. Like, I gotta walk around Michigan like I got a body cam, because you can't trust nobody out here, because the accountability is crazy. I've never had to record. I literally gotta walk around, because people around here, they like to say one thing and then say the complete opposite and then make it sound like you're crazy. Like, what planet did you just live on? So, I won't really talk to anybody. Don't call me. Don't, write me a letter. Send me a text. I ain't talking to nobody out here unless it's in writing. Maybe one or two people, but that's about it. And those one or two people have really helped out a lot. Thank you, Sam. Thank you, Bree. Thank you to some people. Yeah.
How do you know you're being discriminated against at work? Discrimination can be overt or it can be covert. Overt discrimination is when you use racial nicknames, when you exclude people because of their ethnicity. Covert racism is when it's done a little bit more secretly. You're not given the best assignments. You're not invited to lunch. There's a few things that just don't gel. Both are not.
Back in my day, I was a warrior. And I stood over Custer like that with my arm raised really high like that with that tomahawk. And I said, in perfect English, rent's due, motherfucker.
Everything we battled, the hidden demons been crazy. Shouldering the way for the little ones finna chase.
I can smell weed. I know it's you.
Bing, bop, boom, 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 bop, bing. The type of shit I'm on, you wouldn't understand. The type of skits I'm on, you wouldn't understand.